Hi, folks. Let's dive right in. It disconcerting for me every time I take focus away from the game window. The music stops. Welcome. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a restful and or productive weekend, whatever it is that you wanted to get out of the weekend. I hope that you got it. Been a couple days since I played this game, and I don't remember what the fuck was going on, so let's figure it out. No, not timeline. I want to open my journal. So we found out that Lady Brit is the notorious spy. But the way that we found it out involved our own murder. So, interesting that this is phrased like this. So this is a lead. Interesting. So this is not a lead about the fact that we found out she's a spy and an assassin. This is a lead about the fact that she seems kind of sad, and maybe we can help her out with that. Irma's got shit going on, and we accidentally missed what happened to her after she gets thrown in the dungeon, if that happens. Claudius is crazy. I mean, I'm curious how much of a, like, quest log task list this is, but it seems like it is. Because I can get them checked off. So these are all things that I don't know that I have to do them all. I actually don't know what the end of this game would be. I guess save Polonius, save Ophelia. I don't know what the winning condition is. But these are all quests that I could sort of try to complete. I can change the play to do all kinds of different things. Specifically, I did this, a spy in Elsinore. I could do time is repeating itself. Not sure what I would get out of that, because it seems like the only person who's aware of this is Quince. So this play wouldn't really do anything. My father's death. Again, like, this is a weird one because it's not catching anybody's conscience. It's a thing that will not have happened yet at the time of the play, but could see what that does. Claudius killed King Hamlet. I think... Oh, no, wait. So, in Hamlet, in the play Hamlet, the players put on a production that involves the sort of like proxy Claudius character pouring poison into the ear of the king that he's murdering. I think it's a king, as I recall from that scene. In the version that Quince does with no interference from us, I don't think that happens. I don't remember what happens. But I remember the focus being on the relationship. No, I don't remember what happens at all. But I don't think that there is a pouring poison into the ear scene. So maybe if we do this, then we actually get that scene, and so it's like what Hamlet was doing, but even more so. That's weird. I don't know what that's all about. And then What's Wrong with Hamlet? That actually sounds hilarious. Maybe we should just do that because that sounds funny. Do I have anything about Brit? Brit is a spy. Holy shit, yes. Holy shit, yes. Can we go to Bernardo and say Brit is a spy? Yes, let's do that. That sounds fun. Let's do that. Where's Bernardo? Yes. Go there. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I don't care.
You must.
No, that's fine. Stop it. Wait, is there anything that I want? Is there anything I want to say about this? I got nothing. That's fine, Polonius. You do what you gotta do. I enjoy your plan to pick plays based on what entertains you most. Isn't that the only way to pick plays? All right, let's talk to Bernardo. Hey, Bernardo. Got some interesting information for you. It involves Britt. She's a spy. Bernardo, you've got to believe me. Lady Britt is leaking information to Fortinbras's army. Ophelia, this is a very serious accusation. Extremely, incredibly serious. I know, but you've known me your entire life. Have you ever known me to lie about something like this? Won't you look into it as a favor? You're correct in that regard, at least. But Lady Brigitta is a respected member of the court. This must be pursued gently. I will speak with her at the very least. Well, I don't know about that. Bernardo wants to investigate Lady Britt. Ophelia learns about a future event. I mean, is that going to be different than the one that we already saw? Which is basically like... Oh no, he's going to do it now. Fuck yeah, let's see that. Let's see that. Let's see how that goes. Here comes Lady Britt. Is this the same conversation again? Need to ask you some questions.
What?
My men have begun a search of your chambers. Fuck yes. All right. Is there anything they might find there which you wish to disclose? Are you asserting something about me, guard captain? Is there some charge you wish to levy on me? Let us assume charges are forthcoming for the time being. Okay. This must be a mistake, and frankly, the queen would be livid to know you detained one of her ladies. Ophelia learns more about to catch a spy. All right. Do not require the queen's permission to act in the crown's best interests. So I shall ask you once more. Is there anything you want to tell me before they find it? What are you insinuating? No, there isn't. Leave me alone. I'm going now. I was just on my way to town. I'm afraid I can't let you depart the castle. You are to be detained for the time being. Oh, shit. You're not going to put me in that rotten dungeon. You have no proof of anything. Stop struggling. I can sling you over my shoulder if I must. Or you can take my arm and go quietly. Yeah, I mean, I dig all of this. And they don't have or need animations for forcing Lady Britt out of the room. Like, that works. Lady Britt shatters and will not recover. Bernardo now believes that Britt is a spy. Bernardo and Lady Britt now believe that Britt has been imprisoned. Holy shit. So that, I'm interpreting this to mean that I can't talk to Britt anymore, which is fine. Can I... What if I ask about... I can't ask about any of this. This information isn't true right now. Gotcha. Yeah, now believe... Well... Because this game, it's super interesting. I like this game a lot, and I like what it's doing a lot. And it is interested in what is true, right? Because it is depicting, like, it has a representation for what is true. Lady Brit is behind bars, and we know that, and we can see that by going to the dungeon, and the game puts the model for Lady Brit behind bars. That's sort of par for the course, right? Any game would do that. What this game does, in addition to that, it says our model, our simulation, our world also cares about who believes what, right? And so it matters that Lady Brit is behind bars. It also matters that she knows that she's behind bars. I mean, that maybe seems self-evident. Bernardo also believes that she's behind bars. Other people might not know that, right? Like, we care about the state of knowledge about the world modeled for individual characters. And that is rad, not only as a paradigm for the game, because this isn't the only game that does some amount of character modeling, like knowledge modeling, but also in how it communicates to the player, which is a little crude, but it's crude in exactly the same way that The Walking Dead saying, Clementine will remember this. That's also kind of crude, but extremely effective, and kind of like really changes the way that you think about the game. It also suggests that you can learn things that aren't true, or at least that other characters could come to believe things that aren't necessarily true, right? There's a separation between truth and belief. All right, well, Bernardo won't help me with this and doesn't care to talk about Brit anymore. I don't want to talk to him about the guards. And Brit is shattered, which is a fucking descriptive word. Okay, so what else am I gonna screw around with? What did I say I was gonna do? I was gonna do what's wrong with Hamlet. What my father burned. Right. So that would be related to Queen Astrid's memory, I guess. In various places I've heard mention of Queen Astrid. I don't know much about her reign. I could ask around to learn more. I've learned that my mother, Elise, kept an account of Astrid's story, and it might exist somewhere. My mother contracted plague and was sent away to die in a sanitarium off the southern coast, alone and frightened by King Hamlet. After she perished, her belongings, along with those of other victims, were brought back by ship and sealed in a small shed near the docks. Perhaps I can learn more information there if I can find a way in. Okay. Yes, something about a shack at the docks with info about our mother. Bernardo didn't want to open it against the king's wishes. So a thing that I can do, and I think this is maybe incompatible with... I think this is maybe only incompatible with what my plans for the play, so I could change that, is we did a run... Maybe it's not incompatible. We did a run where we set Irma and Hamlet against each other. And Gertrude. We, stirred that pot. And Irma accidentally ends up killing Gertrude and Claudius. Hamlet becomes not the king, but, vying for the throne. At that point... And we got back together with Hamlet, right? At that point, if we told Hamlet about the boathouse, and maybe we could get him to tell Bernardo to go down there and open it up and see whatever's in there, right? That run ended because Lady Brit assassinated us. She is now in jail. So that should be fine. it was not trending especially well because Hamlet had to, like, convince the nobles to allow him to be king, and we were not doing very well on that bit. But maybe that's fine. I could also go to Hamlet right now and see if he's just like... Oh, but he's not king. Claudius isn't going to care what I have to say. Well, maybe he will. Let's go talk to Claudius. I mean, he almost certainly won't, but... Hi, King Claudius. Let's talk about... Wait, none of these things. This, I guess? Your brother sent my mother to die alone in plague quarantine. Some of her personal items remain.
My mother.
I see.
My brother sent her to the sanitarium, did he? I never knew. I'm afraid I didn't pay very close attention to your mother at the end of her life. I was otherwise occupied. My apologies. Had I been king, she would have died a death fitting of her station, surrounded by her family. Whether that's true or not, there's nothing I can do about that at the moment, but her personal items are still locked up in that shack on the docks. If you could only let me in there...
Absolutely not.
Into the plague shack? Are you insane? No, I'll not have my men go anywhere close. We require that shack to be opened solely by sailors and the ill. Interesting. Do I know any sailors? Terribly sorry about your mother, Ophelia, but I forbid you to go into that shack. Huh. Okay. Okay. Alright, so should we, let's try this. Let's try talking to Gertrude. There's also this thing. I should remember that. Oh, I did remember this, and I couldn't get into her room. Can I get into her room, like, during the day? Look, there's no guard. It's locked. Of course it's locked. Suppose the queen must want her privacy. Okay, she's not in there, is she? No. Okay, so somehow I'd have to get, like, invited into her room, or see her, I guess, maybe passing in between them. Let's not do that. Let's do... Where is Gertrude? Let's talk to Gertrude. Let's maybe talk... What's going on? Wait, hold on. What's going on? Laertes? What the fuck? Wait. Why is Laertes here? I don't know if I can get down there. Let's see. I just can't go to town. Okay. Laertes! Goodbye, Sister Oh, he's leaving. I see. Oh, shit. Maybe if I had gotten here earlier, maybe I could have stopped him. Fuck. Well...
Ophelia.
I owe you an apology.
I'm sorry?
For what? I did not believe you, not at first. Please come with me. Whoa.
I bring news.
I bring rather unfortunate news. We have uncovered certain illegitimate activities within the castle which collectively amount to treason. I apprehended Lady Brigitta earlier today. She's in custody now. Although you had spoken to us earlier, I still find this distressing beyond belief. I welcomed Lady Britt to this court myself. Are we certain it's true? I'm afraid so, my lady, and were it not for Lady Ophelia's involvement, we'd have never uncovered the link. She must be punished to the fullest extent, just as any other scoundrel would be.
Of course.
Oh man, solemn. If that, I feel less bad about this because she's assassinated me at least 3 times. She's in the dungeon now. We intend to get to the bottom of her deception and to fully understand the circumstances of her crimes. I'll be interrogating her there each day until I've received satisfactory answers. So that's maybe a thing that we could do just like for a whole run, is sit down there and listen to this interrogation. This is not a thing I find joy in. It is dark work interrogation. Wait, how dark? But it is open to any who would bear witness. What the... Huh? Yeah, wow. Now I'm a little bit more nervous about what interrogation means. I must return to work. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I know now that Britt truly was after my life. If that's the case, and she's in the dungeon, then I can't rest easy until I know for certain I might live. If I live to see Saturday afternoon, then I'll know. Yeah. Everybody believes that Britt has been imprisoned. A bunch of people believe that Britt is a spy. Ophelia learns about a future event in which Bernardo begins to question Britt. Ophelia learns more times that Bernardo is going to interrogate Britt. Okay. When are those? I liked that little predicting the future modal that popped up. So Bernardo is interrogating Britt right now. It's going to start right now. I guess we might as well do that. Sure, let's do that. I'm gonna fuck up the Hamlet discipline thing. I don't remember what the build order is for that. I gotta talk to Gertrude, I think, and then Irma. My men found certain letters in your rooms, Lady Britt, which are written in a most peculiar fashion. At first, simply mundane, a letter to a lady friend asking her to visit, then another, then one to your mother. Brigitta, I don't know this name. Brigitta Sophie Brockenhaus. That's your full name, correct? As I've heard it, the roots of the Brockenhaus family run deep. Yours is the Danish branch, but if one traces the generations up the tree, one quickly finds the stock wanders northward. You seem to write your mother fondly, and you've been sending her drawings of the countryside, haven't you? I draw and I paint. Is there harm in that? At first I thought them simple drawings of a world seen from Elsinore's heights, but these are no idle sketches. These are maps and troop markings. You've passed them information about every stationed man from here to the next northern harbor. How do you know that? How do you know what she has done? For what purpose have you passed this information to your family? If you're waiting for me to cave, we'll be here a long time.
Do you want to live?
Allow me to be frank. Your crime is immutable, but the punishment is yet to be determined. My men have been dispatched to your family's home. I'm confident that by tonight we'll have our answer, with or without your consent to speak. Leave my family out of this. I acted alone. That's impossible. I don't believe for a single moment. I know your father. I know what sort of man he is. I said I acted alone. I will not permit you to sign your death warrant yet. I will return tomorrow. Perhaps a night of sleeping on stone will rouse your reason. Interesting. Alright, let's see if we can do the Irma murders everybody. How do I get to Gertrude? I think I need to get to Gertrude. Is she talking to Irma right now? Oh yeah. Well, let's see how that goes. Hi. Come to bother this old woman? Don't be like that. I'm sorry I haven't been by recently. I've been busy. Yes, I've been cooking. You've been ruling. Everyone's busy. Well, I'm here now. Okay. How is that fat husband of yours? You shouldn't speak of him like that. It was not an insult. Fat is happy. Fat is proud. He eats everything I make. He keeps me busy. His appetite is a compliment. You know, Norway has extended an olive branch. I'm hoping that will help put Claudius at ease. A peace offering from the Prince of Norway. You think it is genuine? You're always so suspicious, Irma. Only of those who have wanted to kill us in the past, or whose parents we have killed. Or in this case, both. It is right to be suspicious. Suspicious of everyone and everything is the only reason I survives. Irma now believes Queen Gertrude believes that Fortinbras will cross Denmark. No, I want to talk to you guys. Hold on. That aside, I believe today's meal will be to your liking. The men brought home a boar from the hunt. I've also stewed some kohlrabi. We've seen this before. Yes. Yes. Okay, she was busy. No, I want to talk to Gertrude. Talk to Gertrude about Hamlet must be disciplined.
My queen.
Irma thinks Hamlet could use a firm hand to set him straight. Irma?
Goodbye.
I'll speak with her further. Thank you for telling me. Okay. Is that gonna happen? It's gonna happen right now. On the other side of the room. I actually don't know. Wait, do I need to be here for that?
Gerta?
Because then I need to talk to Irma afterwards.
Oh.
Let's see. We're gonna skip through this. This might give me. I don't know when Irma talks to Hamlet, but I guess I don't need to be there for that, right? My lady merely needs a gentle push, and I am the one to deliver it. Ophelia learns about a future event in which Hamlet and Irma have a nice chat. I don't think I interfered in that, though. Right? I think she just does it, so I don't need to be there for that. She's going to have that chat with Hamlet, and then it's going to go badly, and then she's going to poison the dinner. Playmaster Peter Quince has already arrived. He should be nearby. I shall go see him. Maybe it'll help to distract me from less savory matters. I'll see you both at the performance tomorrow night. Sure, all of that. I'm going to see if I can beat Hamlet there. Hey, Quince. Let's do this. Hamlet is acting unusually strangely.
I see.
I simply must work a brooding prince into my upcoming production. I have so many ideas. Oh, here's my error again. Quince no longer believes the play targets Claudius. Quince now believes the play targets Hamlet. Okay. Bye, Hamlet. Alright, what am I doing now? I'm gonna... Oh, but the play's not gonna happen, right? Play's not gonna happen because everybody's gonna die at dinner. And then I'm gonna talk to Hamlet about getting into the docks. That's my main thing. And then I'm going to see if I get murdered. And I'm thinking no. Yeah. No, I think this is all right. I am super curious. Okay, so the next thing is dinner then. I'm super curious if I go down to the docks first thing Thursday morning. Can I stop Laertes from getting on the boat? Dinner is served. Might be sandwiches.
Irma.
Of course.
Blah, blah, blah. Many thanks.
Hamlet.
Aren't you hungry? Perhaps it's just a stench on the wind. Idiot.
Boy.
Sit up straight. No, this is the normal. Okay, so it didn't happen. Shit, so what did I miss? Did I also need to talk to Irma about disciplining Hamlet? Or did I just need to be there to hear the conversation? That seems weird. I can't imagine that that's the case. Okay, but there will be a play now, at least. Are you sure it's not Friday night dinner? Oh, they probably have dinner every night. Yeah, it probably is Friday night dinner. Friday is the play, and also when I get assassinated. Because if I make it to Saturday afternoon, then I know I'm okay. So I kind of did think it was Thursday when they got did in. But let me just look at this. So Irma's overwhelmed by Hamlet's callousness. Yeah, so that's still happening. Okay, gotcha. All of that is still happening. Then I'm just waiting until tomorrow night, I think. Is there other stuff that I wanted to... Quince is outside the flow of time, as I am. His plays are little more than cruel improvisation. Yeah, that's fine. To catch a spy, Lady Brit is apprehended. Does that mean I've successfully prevented my death? I could observe what Othello's day-to-day life might be like over the next day or so. Does that require... Oh, that probably does require me to see the card game in progress, which maybe I missed. It might have been before dinner time. Let's see. Oh. No, I want to listen to this event. Perfect. That worked out perfectly. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, all of that. Oh, look at me. I don't know that I had noticed before that I'm... I'm, like, hiding under the table. Which sort of is exactly what the narrative is. I've seen quite enough.
Ophelia.
So, Amaranth, I think this event, and I haven't like fully tested this, but what happens right now is that I appear and say, I've heard quite enough, and Marcella says, how long has she been hiding there? We weren't doing no harm. And then Ophelia says, my silence has a price. And so what I think is, in this particular case, it's not that I know that they have a card game going on. It's that they know that I know, right? It's this event is giving me leverage over them. I could tell Bernardo that there is a secret card game going on, and I wouldn't need to catch this event in order to do that. But my sense is, again, I haven't tested this, but my sense is I do need to actually be here for this event in order to get past the guard and go into town. If you keep this quiet, I swear I'll go against your father's orders. I'll let you into Castletown. Right, so
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure that at some point I will test that. But for now, I'm just gonna try going to Castletown. Right, so it's possible that I could blackmail them just by, at this point, right? He says, "Forgive me, Lady Ophelia, I cannot let you leave." And then I pull out, "Oh, what about that card game?" Right? So maybe that would work. In fact, this dialogue makes me think that that would work. Okay, so... so that actually means that maybe I could come to town as early as Thursday morning and see what the hell goes on Thursday. Stables, that's not what I wanted. Othello, you seem out of place. I don't know that I want to talk to you about anything. I think I just want to see what happens. I do find it a little bit strange that there isn't contextual dialogue at all, or I mean, I guess not like pleasantries or making conversation isn't what I want. Oh, I have to hold this down, right? Oh, this is yes, this is he's talking to Bernardo. Yes, okay. McDonald. Must be a backer. I thought that was Rosencrantz or Guildenstern, though. For a minute. Othello is waiting for an event to take place with Irma. Oh shit, oh no. Irma and Marcellus. Alright. Everybody just comes to town, huh? I mean, let's see what's going on.
I see.
This is why your supper stew always smells like half a cask of wine, ain't it? You're down here drinking. Leave me to my vices. In my old age, they're the only friends I have. Well, and here I thought we were friends. You? Bah, never. Ho, ho, ho. What are you doing here anyhow? Came to see my granddaughter. The babe's not a babe any longer. She's walking now.
What?
You have children. What? 13 of them. You never spoke of them. How do you feed all those mouths? Well, now that they're grown, they feed themselves just fine. But you know, there were some rough years. Before my sweet Isabella passed, she ran all 13 of them like a military regiment. She had the older ones watch the younger ones, all of them tilled the land and ran the household. She was a lot like you, come to think of it, a real bag of nails. Mind your tongue, there's still enough lady left in me to be offended. Oh, okay, sweeping. How old is the youngest child now? 14. She's gone and gotten married, too, making her father proud. That's Anna. My oldest, Alexander, he's got gray at his temples, just like me. Alexander, as in... named after King Alexander. Not actually King Alexander. First man I ever served in Elsinore and the greatest. My Lady Gertrude seems to believe he was rather a cruel man. The greatest and the cruelest. Where do you think Hamlet and Claudius got their mean streak? Alexander beat them without a second thought if they weren't polished and hardy at all times. But you know, he applied the same work to all the men who served him in the wars, myself included. It made us all the better. We were made of steel. We fought like hell. We sent our enemies packing 12 times, and his rewards were all the sweeter. Casks of wine so fat and round, 3 men with hands joined couldn't surround him. King Alexander sure knew how to discipline him like the best. I was proud to name my son after him. Such a pity and a shame to see his grandson behaving as he does. I wonder what King Alexander would say. Well, you know, even the best tree produces a weird-looking fruit now and then. Such sage wisdom. A weird-looking fruit indeed, that one. Ophelia learns more about Marcellus. Okay. What of yourself? Where are your children now? Musical change. My husband died not long after I discovered I was with child. He fell under a horse cart and was trampled. But I swore to build a great family and move forward even as I prayed for his mortal soul. I bore my daughter, Marie. She was a sickly little thing, hardly the size of my hand when she was born. She didn't cry. I thought that made her a peaceful child. I remember marveling to the doctor, "Isn't she a wonder, my quiet child?" But it was bad, the silence. It meant her lungs were weak. She made a faint rattling sound when she breathed. The night Marie was born, Her Majesty Gertrude was born as well. Little Gerda, they called her. Gertrude was a healthy child, but her mother made no milk, so they brought her to me. I fed her and Marie at the same time, looking down at both their faces as I held them close. Gerda cooed and smiled, and her eyes were curious even then. But my daughter Marie, she looked at nothing. She refused my breast. She moved little. I watched one babe wither away and the other flourish. One morning I reached for my daughter, and her tiny body was cold. I called a priest. That is sad. That is sad, and that makes me feel really super bad about having her accidentally kill Gertrude. Like, that's not great. They took her from me and buried her, and I continued to feed Gerda, little Gerda, who grew larger every day. And now Gerda is grown and married, every bit the graceful woman I knew she would become. Ah, hell, Irma. I had no clue.
Hell.
Ophelia learns more about Irma. You know, if it makes you feel any better, you can steal all of my money the next time we play cards. The despairing look on your fat, ruddy faces when I fleece you does bring me great comfort. Well, now let's not get ahead of ourselves, you evil hag. Better evil than Claude. I'm proud to be a Claude. Being smart never did anyone no good. Ermagerd. God. Look at us, two drunken old fools trading insults. We both have better places to be. I'd rather stay here and drink with you. I'll let Bernardo lecture me later. Then cheers to the old forgotten ones. Yeah, even Britt, the spy that kills you, surely has a sad story. I'm sure that she does. And I'm sure that we will learn it. Alright. Othello is waiting for Horatio. Ooh, and he pulls out a lute. Ooh. And what have we here, Othello? Just a flight of fancy. The thing's out of tune. Sounds tuned well enough to me, and I do so love to be serenaded, especially by the strong silent type. Excellent point. Strong, then. What would you like to hear? Oh, there's a little bit of something I heard in the barracks often. Barracks? You, a soldier?
Ah.
Believe it or not, once, under King Hamlet in his infamous 3-year chess match with Norway. 3 years is but a blink of an eye in a war, back where I come from. When the countries are but a week's travel apart, a 3-year conflict feels like an eternity. But I wasn't cut out for that life, I'm afraid. I much prefer reasonable discussion to endless posturing and saber rattling. And I much prefer to rattle a literal saber. You have the look of an old soldier about you. In which war did you fight? Which war? Why, the unending war the Turks wage upon all who do not bow to the Sultan. I served at the Sultan's pleasure for over a decade, and fought for his causes against foreigners. I beheaded thousands of men. Wow. I find that strangely charming, and possibly seductive. Well, I'm certain there's many a man willing to grab your head around here. Toward the end of my decade, I was one of the Sultan's own viziers. I had gardens and treasures aplenty. This feels like a different world entirely. You gave up all that to come to this rotten, pasty little country. Why on earth? Because it was not truly mine. I was an Ottoman slave. Everything I did was in my master's name, even when I surpassed his rank with my own. In fact, my master's name, Halil, was appended to my name quite literally. I longed to be my own man, so I fled. I imagine you aren't welcome in Constantinople any longer. I'm sure they would welcome me right into an execution chamber. Well, with the way Denmark's trending, your fortunes may not be better here. What a pity that. At least we've still got music.
Yes.
It is the only thing which transcends language or border. Even dance may offend, but music is immortal. What is this? Wait, 4 p.m.? I should probably go to dinner, huh? Alright. I really like that in a well-constructed diorama narrative, a good strategy is to just hang out in some place and see what happens. That's the Herald's horn. Something's happened. Yes. Did I miss dinner? Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for disturbing you. There have been some troubling circumstances. Castellan is in a state of emergency. The king has passed. As a result, no festivals or celebration will be observed for some days. His loss is keenly felt. King and queen became suddenly ill. Irma had poisoned them both. May God rest their souls. Good riddance, I say. God damn it, Hamlet. You are... And yet... doesn't he, like, call to me to, go with him? I think.
Yeah.
Word in private, please. Yes.
I
I know.
Blah, blah, blah. All of this.
Hamlet.
Will recover overnight means she's unwilling to talk to Ophelia right now. But tomorrow, that condition will be lifted, and she'll be willing to talk. As opposed to Lady Brit, who is shattered and will not recover.
Yes.
And also as opposed to, like, being in jail, where Irma is gonna stay. Until something happens. Like, I'm still confused what happened to Irma. She seemed to disappear. Maybe we'll actually see that this time. Okay, yes,
Please.
blah, blah, blah. Rekindle my relationship with Hamlet. I regretted this last time, but I am doing it for purely pragmatic reasons now to see if I can get him to open up the... whatever that was. The Plague Shack. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. We've seen all of this.
Oh.
Wait.
Where are you going? Well, I see you tonight. Don't be afraid. The future belongs to you. Allow me to put thought into action on your behalf. I just realized that Hamlet is upset. I think. I don't know if I can talk to him. Shit, he's upset. But maybe he'll recover tomorrow. Okay, so two-ish things. What is this? Horatio talks to Hamlet. Sure. This was the Quint story, yeah. Bernardo interrogates Brit. We could go see that. Hamlet and I discuss how he will rule. Nothing about Irma, huh? Okay, maybe that hasn't happened yet. There was like an event involving Irma. So who could I talk to who would give good advice to Hamlet? Marcellus gives terrible advice. Horatio gives terrible advice. No, wait. I don't remember. Bernardo gives terrible advice. I gotta ask Polonius, but he's notoriously bad at giving advice. I think I had Horatio give advice, and it was not great. I don't remember if it was terrible. What about Quince? Can I get Quince to give Hamlet advice about being king? Does that make any sense at all? Also, what is Quince doing in the Great Hall at, like... I guess it's only 8 p.m.? 10 p.m.?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Holy shit, he's just doing the play. What? You crazy bastard. Alright, every morning he wakes up like a good ruler attends something. Yet every night when he goes to sleep, he wakes up on the very same day once more.
How horrible.
The poor king reflects upon his situation. I am trapped here, it seems, for worse or for ill, doomed to see the same dawn 1,000 times or more. He's putting on a play for me. What ails you, my lord, my love? Fret not, my dear Baptista, I could not make you understand. As the years pass, and yet not pass at all, madness overtakes him. No matter what I try, when I open my eyes again, there my wife lies beside me as peaceful as a lamb. Unaware of the pain I've suffered, the madness I've endured, caught between life and death. I know what you're doing. Well, I should hope so. Couldn't be more blatant if I tried. And what are you trying to achieve with this? My dear girl, everything I do in this world is but a pathetic move to entertain myself a little more before death eventually gets me. Isn't that true of all human beings? Isn't that true of you as well? Entertainment. You call this entertainment. Maybe not for you, certainly for me. But I think the show's rather over, isn't it? What a disappointing performance. I didn't even reach the beautiful conclusion. Ophelia acquires the information, mysterious playmaster. What? Wait, hold on. First of all, what is the information, mysterious playmaster? Is that... Something is strange with Quince. He seems to know things he shouldn't. Alright, well... Okay. I want to talk to you about making a king. Okay, well... What about just talking to Quince? Lady Brit is a spy working for Prince Fortinbras. Oh my, you're drawing ever nearer, aren't you? Not long now until she's paid for her crimes, they suspect. Do keep this information moving toward the brawny arms of justice. I so love a good procedural drama. Okay, well... Quince, why is it you know things you ought not to? I merely choose what I say carefully. We only have so much influence to spend, after all. Do you not do the same, my lady? Don't be coy with me. I've earned more information than that, if you have it. You know, not every performance I give is here in the castle. Sometimes, on my way in or out, I do a little extra show, you know, for the children. You'll come see me, won't you? I feel as if we've grown quite close these last few days. How many days has it been now? This is my magnum opus, my true life's work. As you know, Vita Brevis. When exactly is this unmissable performance? Early Thursday morning. Be there if you can. Sweet. Okay. Alright. Early Thursday morning. We'll try that. What up, Horatio? Oh, God. Is this the, Yeah, we've seen all of that. Okay. Who else would give advice to Hamlet? What about Othello? Yes! Quince knows about the time loop. Quince is the only person who apparently knows about the time loop. You may have noticed his portrait depicts him looking uncannily similar to the Happy Mask seller from Majora's Mask. He is outside of time like we are, and super creepy about it. And playing some kind of a role. So I can talk to him about Horatio. I don't particularly want to. I feel like Othello would be understanding about it, but I don't see any reason to do that. And he doesn't want to talk about anything else. Okay, well, I guess we'll just hang out here for a while. The next thing I really want to do is this, I guess. It's like 11 o'clock. Donald comes back. Othello has not a lot to do. Oh shit, what? Who's there? It is you. Excellent. No, this shouldn't be happening. Fucking Quince.
Quince?
Did not intend to trouble you, lady. What are you doing out here? Commending you for your most excellent performance. I've heard Lady Britt was apprehended for her, shall we say, aspirations? I'd like to trim the fat from this act, as it were. Cut straight to the action. Reduce the tedium. I find repetition in play is absolutely boring. I've even been known to walk out at intermission. What are you talking about?
What was once canonical can be rewritten.
Interesting. Take my word for it that Lady Britt will never trouble you again. The dangling plot thread is, shall we say, snipped. I look forward to seeing what tomorrow brings. It will be a refreshing change of pace for both actor and audience, I think.
Farewell.
Farewell, adieu.
Wait.
What? Does that mean I'm free of all this, of this repeating world, and I'll move forward with the rest of my life now? That nightmare I had, it didn't end when Hamlet killed my father. I also saw the king and queen dead. I saw my brother murder Hamlet. Does that mean that's what's coming for me? Are they all going to die? All of them? My dear, you know, the weather is quite wonderful in Elsinore this time of year. Do try to enjoy the next day fully. One mustn't trouble oneself with the future until it has come to pass. So, my suspicion is that, like, the end of Hamlet is not going to play out the way that it normally would, obviously. Claudius and Gertrude are both dead. Polonius is alive. Laertes is nowhere to be seen. But Hamlet is in a precarious position where he's trying to wrestle power away from the nobles. So probably something else will happen with tragic consequences, and everybody in the castle will be killed, including Ophelia. Also, Fortinbras comes back at the end, right? Like, it was not my impression of Hamlet that Fortinbras was leading an army at the end of the play, but, like, he shows up in the aftermath. So maybe he shows up on Sunday and murders everybody in the castle. I'm guessing that I am still going to die. That said, curious what happens next time, because what does he mean I don't have to worry about Lady Britt anymore? Like, is she just not gonna be there? Is she gonna already be in jail? Is he just saying, okay, as an avatar of the game recognizes that you solved this problem and you are not required to solve it every time? Except that, like, interesting. She's not going to assassinate me anymore, I guess. That seems like the point, is that I can get to Saturday night and Sunday now without having to deal with Lady Britt. He's clearly trapped outside the flow of time like me, but in a different sort of way, more powerful. I can use him to my advantage. He seems to know more about my situation than he lets on. Yeah, true. All of that is true. So, to catch a spy is now checked off. That's good. Oh, it's getting late. I was gonna go talk to... Oh, something happened to Irma last night. Oh, shit. Okay, alright, I forgot about that. So, okay, something happened to Irma last night. Lady Britt is in jail. I was gonna see... Oh, shit, I was gonna see if I could talk to Hamlet. And also, something's happening. What's happening? Oh. Right. Let's do this and then talk to Hamlet. Let's resume. Wake up, traitor, or I'll empty this water skin over your head. I thought I heard Mother. Mother, please, I need water. This fever's getting worse. Tell Father to call the doctor. And something ice cold to eat, too. Please, Mother. Your constitution's even weaker than I thought. 3 days and you've come completely undone.
Tell me.
Pitiful. Tell me, when does Norway plan to move against Denmark? Tomorrow? Today? I never wanted to come to Elsinore. I hate it there, here, Mother. Please, I want to go home. I want to paint the ceiling. I want to paint the floors. Why are they always black? Whoa. Why are they always black? No matter how long I let the oil sit, it doesn't dry. It just won't dry. I did everything I was told. I thought I was being good. Wasn't I enough? Stop this. There must be some sanity left in you. I'll repeat it. When does Norway plan to attack?
Father.
Why does Father shout at us all the time? Why does he shake me? Mother, we can leave. You can come with me. We can go somewhere far away from him. Well, regardless, you are a confessed traitor now. So she must have confessed yesterday when I wasn't here. Lady Birgitta Brockenhus, I sentence you to die this night. Oh, maniacal laughter. The king is in danger.
What?
Nothing you can do to nothing you do can save Denmark now. Even killing me. Enough. What the fuck?
I don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Someone help me.
Ophelia learns about a future event in which Brit is punished for betraying Denmark. Alright, well, where's Hamlet? Birgitta. Okay. Hi, Hamlet. No, he's still upset. Shit, my whole plan. My whole plan. Damn it. Okay, so now what do I do? Brit gonna die. Hamlet and I are to discuss how he will rule. I can still look for a good advisor. Well, Polonius, I guess you're up. Maybe...
Woohoo!
I don't know. I thought he'd never ask. I remember when his father was his age, so young and impressionable. Having a hardened, grizzled veteran by his side will make this all much easier. Father, I would stretch to call you grizzled. Well, that's just because I'm your father. I can be quite the warhorse, you'll see. I'll find him as soon as I'm able. Alright, when's that gonna be? Right now. Ophelia's current event is interrupted by a sudden interlude.
Ophelia.
It's Saturday. Oh, Laertes comes back! Okay.
What?
So soon, oughtn't you be in Paris by now? I was at port in Elborg when I heard the news about everything happening back here. About Gertrude and Claudius, I guess. The situation in Elsinore has deteriorated quickly. Are you all right? No one's harmed you. I'm safe for now. There's work to be done, and I intend to act swiftly. You know where to find me if you need me. He's probably upstairs.
My lord.
My lord, how is your state of mind? Better than it's been in a long time. What can I do for you, sir?
Woohoo!
Woohoo! It's been a long time since you addressed me with any form of title. Well then. Come to offer you a little advice. I'm sure other men and women can offer you better words on matters going on outside the castle. The nobility is a problem you must solve. How you do so is up to you, but I come here to warn you about something more formidable. There are always going to be enemies within your own walls. Okay. Something I wish your father had known deeply was that any man can be driven by jealousy to commit foul deeds. Rid yourself of enemies at court, and you will live harmoniously, young prince, I promise it. Enemies at court? You mean here in Elsinore, like Lady Brit? Who would want me dead? I can only... Oh.
Yes.
You're right, Polonius. I can't believe I was so blind. Of course there will need to be a purging when I become king. Fuck. He's gonna kill Laertes, isn't he?
Great care.
And Polonius. Anyone within a king's court understands... Well, maybe not. Not if he's going to marry me. Anyone within a king's court understands the need for privacy and safety. None will be offended. Just please don't wait. I wish every day your father were still with us. Had we been more prudent then, he might have been. Thank you for the advice, Polonius. I'll think on it. Hamlet now believes that Polonius believes that Hamlet's biggest threats are within Elsinore. Okay. Well, we didn't get a "that was terrible advice" commentary from Ophelia. So, better than it might have been, I guess. Where is... Okay, Laertes said, you'll know where to find me. There he is. Laertes, where are you off to? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Laertes, please listen. Lord Laertes, I don't know why I bothered to come. I have nothing to say to you. Then go. No, actually, there's one thing. Bernardo tells me you wanted to have my sister murdered.
I didn't know.
I didn't know she was my target. Not until very recently. And then I didn't want to kill her. I fought, but...
What?
You fought, but you still meant to go through with it. You still meant to kill Ophelia. I don't know. Yes, you did. You're a liar, a murderer, and a traitor, and everyone in this castle who knew you.
Laertes.
Damn. Please, God, leave Laertes. Please just have mercy. I'll be dead soon. You'll never have to look at me again. It may not make sense now or ever, but I'm sorry I deceived you. Everything I felt for you was honest. I love you more than anyone in the world. Ooh. Okay. 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 But I didn't have a choice about your sister. I never did. My whole life was...
More.
I don't care. I see. I shouldn't have come here. I hope you go to hell for threatening my sister. And for using me. Oh god, I'm so scared. Fuck! I should have caught him before. Ah, damn it. Hi, Laertes. I hear that you're upset. What was I losing my shit about? Oh, just that Laertes came back. Oh, here he is. Laertes came back. I guess because he heard that Claudius and Gertrude were killed. Around the same time that he would have heard that Polonius was killed, right? So timeline sort of checks out. He comes back. He's talking to me. I'm going to try to get him to give advice to Hamlet. But before I could do that, of course, he goes to see Lady Brit. And it was not as disastrous as I thought it might be, but it was pretty confrontational. Ophelia, there you are. There's something important we need to discuss with Father. Okay.
Brit.
Lady Brit has been uncovered as a traitor to the court thanks to Ophelia, but this has dealt me a devastating blow. I'm now upset, but will recover overnight. I'm not certain that the two of you knew, but I loved her. And I've loved her ever since she came to Elsinore. I had hoped to leave her safely behind as I went to Paris. And maybe, when I'd returned, I'd come for her, even if her father wouldn't approve, even if she was promised elsewhere. Now, suddenly, that dream is gone. She wanted to kill Ophelia.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Gertrude died. So this run, we didn't really convince the cook to do anything, but we kind of like nudged into motion events where the cook tried to poison Claudius and Hamlet at dinner on Friday night. And Hamlet and Gertrude accidentally switched their meals. So instead, Gertrude and Claudius both died. And Irma, I'm guessing, was executed. I don't know what happened to her. She was in jail for a while and now she's gone. So I think that she died. Yes, all of that. I'm truly sorry, Laertes, that it turned out this way. There is nothing left for me in Elsinore. Even if I leave for Paris, I feel the knowledge that I would one day return would overshadow the trip. I never desire to return to Elsinore again, and I know not why we linger here. This castle is a wretched place, a sorrowful place. We should have left long ago. My son, I know that you are distressed, but this is a drastic response. Life at court can be difficult, it's true. Many of the nobility aren't able to handle such pressure. But I have respect and influence here at Elsinore. People desire my counsel. Do you? Do you truly?
Of course.
I have no reason to believe otherwise. The court still values my advice. I am needed here. I cannot, in good conscience, leave. If you have some proof to the contrary, I'll gladly hear it, but I find the notion unlikely. Okay, so Laertes now believes that there is no reason to stay in Elsinore. Polonius is looking for a reason he might not be trusted. I suspect that Hamlet interpreted the advice that Polonius gave him to mean that he's gonna have to kill at least Laertes. But we'll see. I don't know what's actually gonna happen there. But I don't think at the moment I have any proof that Polonius isn't a trusted advisor of the court. Fuck, Laertes being upset. Okay, what else could I be doing? Lady Brit. I mean, I'm not exactly a tragic figure, but I don't really want to investigate this anymore. I already feel bad. I could try to figure out more about Irma, but not really anymore because she's dead. Claudius coming undone. He's also dead. Playmaster. Next run, I'll have to go see him early Thursday morning. Queen Astrid's memory. I don't know what to do. I also can't talk to Laertes. There's nobody I can talk to. Prince Hamlet's madness. The barkeep and me. This is probably Thursday. I should go talk to him on Thursday. So I guess I'm curious what's going to happen. Because I just want to make sure that Hamlet is still upset. Yeah. I don't, how is this all gonna go bad? Because I expect it to all go bad. So, I guess let's see. But that's really all I got. And then tomorrow I will go see Quince early in the morning. I mean, not tomorrow, but next run. Ophelia, the time has come for me to make a decision. How have your first days as Prince-elect gone? Prince-elect? Quickly, frighteningly, I'm not ready to be king. Perhaps no one is really. My uncle was. He committed a grave sin to achieve it. But in the end, he was no more fit than any other man. He reached for the crown but could not keep it. Denmark has struggled under his rule, I'm told. The situation is worse than I thought. We have to fix things, Ophelia. It's going to be a long path forward. All that assuming the nobility will elect me to the position, of course. You know, I realized something today. As I contemplated all these decisions before me, I thought to myself, what would Ophelia say of this? I need you by my side if we're to bring great things to this country. Without you, I'm nothing. Waffles, thank you. Hamlet, I've even less experience than you do at managing affairs of state. Yes, but you understand people, the way they think, the way they love, what they love and fear most. You understand how to fix people too. You understand that healing is more powerful than destroying. That's something Claudius never understood. He saw power and reached for it without understanding that power obtained through fear is fragile. Okay. Then let's establish a new way. Tell me, what have you decided? How will you rule? My first matter of concern was to understand where the biggest threat to the throne of Denmark lies. I know that the Danish nobility are deeply unhappy at the present moment. As Claudius largely ignored them, their fealty trended toward Norway's growing power. Now they're borderline treasonous. However, the advice that I received surprised me. It became clear to me that the biggest threat was truly within my own court. I now believe that the nobility can wait. My first order of business will be to provide clarity and peace here. That peace shall come soon. Fuck, what kind of peace are we talking about? The second matter of concern is predictably understanding who will rule beside me. When the world thought me just a mad prince, it wasn't a popular topic. But once you inherit a crown, everyone looks at you like you're a piece of meat. In short, I must make a proposal. Being with you again has made me happier than I ever thought possible in a time like this.
Listen.
I must admit, I found myself dwelling on what I'd say to you now, but now that we're here, the speech is failing me. I have an idea. It's a lovely night for a walk, don't you think? Would you accompany me? Lead the way.
Of course.
Of course. The graveyard. Of course, Hamlet.
What?
Of course, Hamlet. Fucking Hamlet. Something wrong? We can go elsewhere if you like. No, this is fine. But Hamlet, what is it about this graveyard you find so compelling? I feel as though you've been lurking here for years. You're a permanent fixture at this point. Truth be told, I cannot say precisely. Perhaps it's the solitude, the emptiness. I can rest assured no one will bother me here. Or maybe it's the certainty of death in an otherwise uncertain world. There's something comforting in that.
Oh.
Morbid. I prefer practical. I bet you do, but morbid. Besides, haven't you often wondered what it must be like to die? Often. Haven't you often wondered? Haven't you wondered as often as I, Hamlet, have wondered what it must be like to die? To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. I didn't get to give my speech. I don't have to wonder. I've already died. There is no dream. There's nothing at all. You just wake up on Thursday. Or perhaps this is the dream forever repeating itself. A fever dream, more like. Yes, perhaps this is what death is truly like for all. And you and I are simply illusions. Ghosts.
Ophelia.
You're worrying me. Am I?
Eh.
Don't mind me.
Hamlet.
Earlier you mentioned you'd wanted me for some time. How do you know it's not merely familiarity? How do you know this is more than happenstance closeness we've experienced for so long? Even when we were lovers, I often thought, soon you'll grow bored, or exhausted, or irritated of me at some point. My father often warned me you would. I wasn't sure before myself. I didn't know until recently, in fact. When I was at Wittenberg, I was surrounded by men and women in the midst of a great rebirth. Arts, culture, knowledge, it was fantastic. The world is changing around us. The future is thrilling. New ways of governing and thinking and building, all possible and within my grasp. I attended every gala and lowbrow party I was invited to. I danced and I drank and I wandered with abandon. And I was with other women. I assumed you were. No, you don't need to flush red like that. It's embarrassing to admit that to you because, of course, the only thing I learned was that all other women were nothing like you. But I knew, or I thought, things had ended between us, that you would never want me near you once more. So I tried to forge new connections, find new faces to dream about, and some of them made my heart throb weakly, but none with as much passion as you. All I could think about whenever I saw some new marvel or heard some magnificent lecture was I wish she could hear this. I wonder what she would think.
Ophelia.
Ophelia, you are everything to me, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life showing you how true that is.
Hamlet.
Now you're making me flush.
Now then.
There's something I need to
Yes.
say. Yes?
Please.
I want to ask for your hand in marriage.
What?
Really? Now? Standing literally on my mother's grave? Quite a sudden change of heart from only a week ago, don't you think? You know me. You know I'm quite serious. I don't doubt you are. What would this mean for my future? We'll uncover that much together. Is that not her mother's grave? Which one was her mother's grave? For now, all that matters is that you're the one helping me make these decisions. There's no one else whose mind I trust more implicitly. No one I've known half so deeply.
Listen.
My time on the throne will be markedly different from the men before me. There will be no more calls for blood or shows of force. The era for that has passed. Will you become the future Queen of Denmark? I mean... Yeah? I feel like when somebody asks you if you want to be queen, you say yes. I feel like I heard that in a movie. Ophelia learns about a future event in which Hamlet deals with internal affairs. Yeah, this is gonna be fucked up.
I will.
My heart's fluttering as fast as a rat's. What the fuck, Hamlet? I can hardly breathe. Your face is so pale, you look absolutely frightened. You do terrify me thoroughly. I mean that in the nicest possible way. No offense taken. And I wasn't sure you would say yes. Neither was I, truly, but I want to see where this path leads with you. That's exactly right. I think you'll make a wonderful king in time.
My love.
I don't think I can properly convey how much I've missed you. Even as I'm terrified I'll hurt you. Then don't hurt me. It's not complicated. When did you get so bold? I've changed. My life has been strange lately. Let's leave it at that. Can't remember the last time I felt this happy. All that's left is to tell the others. I'll arrange a meeting soon. We ought to notify them as soon as we can. Good. Let's not wait a moment longer than we have to. Even if this world can only last a little longer. For now I can pretend at least, can't I? Surely I haven't lost every ability to feel. Hamlet and Ophelia now believe that Ophelia has agreed to marry Hamlet. Ophelia learns more about the prince's ambitions, which seem pretty good, like, overall. I think the advice that he got from Polonius was probably bad. Bye, Hamlet. Oh, shit. In the docks, including Hamlet and Laertes. Yep, that's... Fuck. Can I go out to sea? This is gonna be bad.
Ophelia.
Laertes.
What is all of this? Thank you all for gathering here tonight. All of you are faithful to your respective lords. But I have a new request of you. Of course, I wouldn't call you unless I had a desperate message for the men you serve. Soon, all of them will be called to elect the next king of Denmark.
No more.
My request is simple. I beseech them not to elect Hamlet, no matter what transpires. Although Hamlet may be his father's son, I urge you to consider the cost this family has had upon our nation. So, I have to convince Laertes to support Hamlet somehow. Bloodiness begets bloodiness. Death begets death.
Rise up.
Shall we wager our country upon the fruit newly born off that poison tree? Oh, hey, Hamlet, hi! Or shall we rise up and declare a new prosperous direction of our own making?
Greetings!
A most welcome return and a good evening, Laertes. And to you, Ophelia. He found us. How?
Hamlet.
What's this about? I could ask you the same, couldn't I? All this after you professed to love me. Wait, I was just here. Of course I would be a fool to make you choose between me and your family, or to suggest your loyalty was tied to me alone. Look before you. Your brother was rallying my own people against me. All this because, of course, he desires to sit the throne himself. Laertes, I cannot suffer one I do not trust at my court. I know you'd come after me, sooner or later. And just like his uncle, he means to have me killed, I'm certain. Spirit me off into the night as though I were never here. No, Denmark will be different this time. I am not a man who desires that blood be spilled. Interesting. I need you gone, not dead. That would have been my uncle's way. So here is what I offer. Banishment. Leave Denmark. Never return. And never write to your sister again. Shit. I will leave you in peace as long as we both live, but should you return, I'll have you quartered before the entire court.
Bastard.
Never speak to Ophelia again. Leave everything in Elsinore behind. Would that you'd merely killed me. This is the end of my life. How can I be certain you'd keep my father safe? I shan't. Your father will go with you. The both of you shall remain in exile until your dying breath.
Please.
And what of my sister? And what of Ophelia? I love Ophelia more fiercely than anyone in this world. I would rather die than allow her to suffer. That's why, once you've gone, you must not contact her. If you maintain a correspondence, she'll only want to join you all the more, and that will never come to pass. And I need her here, with me, on the throne, with her mind fully focused on ruling our country. Hamlet, surely that cannot be necessary.
Look.
I'm sparing his life. That's generosity enough. Is it? Your father's old estate awaits you on the borderlands to the south. The estate is barren, but the land is fertile and warm in the winters. You will be well cared for, but you will not be permitted to leave that estate, nor have correspondence with anyone outside its walls. Fuck, with anyone? And you must be gone before dawn. Make haste, Laertes.
Ophelia.
I failed you. I'm sorry.
Don't do this.
I think fallow. I think he means the land is fallow, but fertile. Like, it's just, it is not being worked, but it could be worked. Hamlet, there must be another way. Isn't there any way you can be convinced?
No.
Not this time.
Let's go.
Men escort him to his chambers, and there ensure he takes all that is his, and Lord Polonius as well. He must be gone the very same moment his son departs.
No.
This is how things end in this world. Yeah, not great. Laertes shatters and will not recover. Laertes, Hamlet, and Polonius now believe that Laertes and Polonius must leave Elsinore. Ophelia learns more about the prince's ambitions. Oh, those ambitions. What is the prince's ambitions? Prince's ambitions here. Hamlet came to me after the news of his uncle's death was announced. He's done it. He's cleared all obstacles on his path to become king. I don't know that he's done it. But will he be able to successfully accomplish all it takes to be named the official heir? I can help him. I can ensure he has the right advice. The next few days shall be a critical window in which to act to determine the fate of the whole country as a whole and of Hamlet's life. You know who would give Hamlet good advice? Maybe. Is Gertrude. Maybe. I actually don't know what advice Gertrude would give him. Okay, I gotta think on that. If there's some way to get rid of Claudius without having Gertrude accidentally get murdered at the same time. I don't know what Laertes would say. I don't know what Laertes... Like, if I could convince Laertes that Hamlet was not terrible... I don't know. I told Hamlet I wanted to try again with us. Things might be different. What if he returns to the horrid person he's been all summer? I'll have to abandon him again then, and I'm not certain what would come of it. Hamlet asked me to marry him, to become queen. I never dared think about it before now, but I consented. Under me, no one will suffer as I have, never again. Hamlet lied to me. Ooh, he told me he wanted to make me happy, to honor me, and now he's going to banish Laertes and my father, believing them to be threats to his rule. Is this the cost of this? Is this the cost of this world? Become queen, but lose my family. What a rotten, horrid trick to play. Even so, they might be happier outside Elsinore and far safer. Perhaps all is not lost. Well... I mean, I don't know. I guess I could go talk to Hamlet. Did Laertes know about the engagement with Hamlet? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hey, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, what are you guys up to? Oh, I forgot I can't have casual conversations. Where did Hamlet go? Up to his room. Let's go up there. Can I talk to him now? He's unusually upset. Shit. Okay. Well, I guess that's what happens when your parents get murdered. What about Polonius? Can I still talk to Polonius? I mean, is it worth doing? Are they already gone? They're already gone. Wow. Okay. And I missed Brit's execution. Oh well. Okay. Well, what else have I got? Brit, Irma, Claudius, Playmaster. All of my plans for this went to hell. Oh, except Bernardo's still here. Now that Claudius is dead, I wonder if Bernardo would be willing. Her belongings are still in the dockhouse.
Bernardo.
I've learned how Mother died. It was inhuman. Some of her things are still in the shack near the docks. Your mother, Lady Elise, what of her? Did you know? Did you know about her death? I didn't. Your brother and I were 4 years, perhaps 5. Plague. But it got worse. After she was sick, King Hamlet sent her to the sanitarium to die alone and far from her family. She wasn't permitted to live out her days. Why? Bernardo, nobody ever told me.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Please.
Some of her personal items are still in a shack by the docks. I need entry, but I'm not strong enough to break the door.
Certain?
That old shack. But the king had Marcellus boarded up a decade ago. It's possible plague still lingers inside. To open it would present a grave danger to all living here and now. You're already in grave danger from each other. What harm would it do? I cannot disobey the king. He's dead, Bernardo. Fuck. Alright, Marcellus. Okay, you won't even listen. Horatio, can you help?
What?
But why not simply let her heal up within the castle just like the others? Oh. You and I both know why. Because we'll always be outsiders within Denmark.
My dear friend.
Listen, my dear, I've a tale for you. When I was a boy in Rome, my father and I often brought our spice wares to sail late at night and communed with the other traders before we passed the night there. For a long time, we were the only Indian-born men to do so. Our colleagues thought us savage. We were allowed at no fires, given no drink. We drank alone, together. And then others came, others like us, and we made our own fires. We told our own stories, stories about gods with names the Romans had never heard. Eventually, we outnumbered the men who wouldn't let us drink with them, and they came to sit near our fires. They listened to our tales. Someday, all the places in the world, like Denmark, will be that Roman market. Horatio, I get the story that you're telling me, but I'm actually asking about this shack down by the docks. Can you help me with that? Someday you won't feel so alone, and neither will I. Until that day, we make our own fire, and they kill us piece by piece before we are well and truly dead. That is a defeated animation. Sorry to hear about your mother. You are living proof that there can be a better way, Ophelia. You are loved by all. If I am loved, it is only for my father's blood. I think you do yourself too little service.
Farewell.
Let's look out for one another. Let's keep our own fire. Okay. It's not what I wanted. Bernardo, you're no help. Nobody, none of you, any help. Let's go talk to Quince. Hi, Quince. I want to talk to you about... Is this... No, it's different. Okay. I mean, let's just talk about this shit. Mysterious Queen Astrid.
Quince.
Do you know much about Queen Astrid? Queen Astrid and Lady Simona, two peas in a pod. Though to be quite honest, lady is a mite of a stretch. Can you put up a play about a lady dying from plague? Interesting. Maybe. They were both little bosom pals with your mother, if memory serves. How is your mother doing? She's dead.
My lady.
Oh dear, terribly sorry. I suppose that's what happens when you pop out for a bit and come back in 2 decades. That's it. Okay, alright, well, what's wrong with Hamlet? Prince Hamlet is acting incredibly strangely. Well, he would be, wouldn't he? Don't you know about the things he's seen? What do you mean? What has Hamlet seen? I guess I feel he doesn't know about what Hamlet has seen. Dear old friend of mine, were I in your position, I might consider asking Hamlet about the nature of his little malady. Being direct in these kinds of matters is often a way through them, after all. Okay, interesting. I don't think I've actually done that. That's it, huh? Frozen in time. I mean, I guess.
Why?
Why is time repeating? Why do you think time is repeating? Perhaps there's something I haven't done. Perhaps I'm being punished by God or something. They say spirits roam the earth until they find their final purpose. Ooh, that's...
No.
What rubbish. No, that's not it at all. This world is without purpose, divine or otherwise. There is only the meaning you make for yourself. Well, that... I mean... Okay. Let's see what Othello's up to at 4 in the morning. Okay, Harold's horn. Something's happened. Sure, let's go listen to the announcement. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for disturbing you. I have an important update regarding the alleged spy in our midst. The traitor Birgitta has been put to death. Let this serve as a warning for all that would betray the crown. I encourage all of you to report anything troubling you see to me at once and remain within the castle if possible. Okay, that's it. I guess at 6:30 on Sunday morning. Hey, Hamlet. Still upset? Are you? No, not upset. I can talk to Hamlet. Talk to Hamlet. Oh my god, so many things. My mother's death first.
Hamlet.
Your father sent my mother to die alone in plague quarantine. Some of her personal items remain.
My father.
My father did that? You never heard about this from him. No, I remember your mother's passing very little, and I can recall all I can recall is that she was with us one week and missing the next, and no one would speak of her. Where are her personal items? They're in the small dockhouse. You know the one. It's been boarded up for years. Can you help me get in? Ah, but the plague. Yes, it's possible we'd catch plague. But if you could only let me in there, I'd go alone. You needn't come. Smart, but... As I recall, you were rather prone to taking ill when we were young. What if some pestilence still lingers in there? I couldn't live with myself if that happened. Hamlet, I want this more than anything. You of all people, I thought I could come to you at least. Yes! Fuck yeah, Helmet? Helmet? Yes, Hamlet. Very well, I'll open
Let's
it.
go.
I'll meet you near the docks as soon as I'm able. Fuck, yes. Excellent. Do that. Ophelia learns about a future event happening right now. Let's go. Let's do it right now. Let's go, Hamlet. It's... You didn't know it was going to be boarded up? Jesus. What do you expect? Oh my god. The most useless fucking prince. What men are good for. Brute force. Hell yes. Do that. I heard cracking. Do that again. Ah! It's given way a little. I believe it's open. Perhaps. Hell yeah. Look at that. There a book right there. It smells like old cloth and parchment in here. Looks like nothing's been touched in years. There must be something of hers here. Father told me. Ophelia, are you all right?
Hamlet.
Come and see this. Come into the plague house. Are those... I believe so, my mother's belongings. It looks as though there's a journal, too. I just see the journal.
I see.
I'm sorry. Do you remember her? Not at all. I have a thin memory of her face. But that could be my memory or the portrait Father keeps on his wall. She was very like that painting. And like you. I was old enough to remember her a little. I don't know what to say. I've never been good at things like this. I mean, that's true. That is true.
Mother.
I spent so long trying to find out anything I could about Mother, and for so long there was nothing to find. All of this was hidden from me.
Ophelia.
I wish she could be here now. This is very sweet and sentimental, but Ophelia, read that book quickly before something comes and murders all of you. Well then, I'll leave you in peace. Book, 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 book. I recognize her handwriting. This must be it. Mother's diary. Okay. I am Elise, lady to the queen, servant all my life. They say I am mad with fever, but this is truth. Hear my final story if you are able, if you care a whit, if you can know its significance. I was barely more than a child myself when Simona was first let into the castle, a glowing vision of a girl dressed in a peasant's rags. Even then, the head scullery maid ordered her hair be covered so she didn't attract attention. In the end, it made no difference. Simona was kind to me, this I recall. I often helped the girl with her work as she braided the queen's hair. After she was finished, Queen Astrid would beg her to stay, to tell stories. Simona had a way with stories. She never refused. And when King Alexander came to bed and woo Simona, who was she to refuse him either? There was the book, that horrid book. Simona brought it home. From where? Who gave it to her? I still don't know. 4 days later, news of Queen Astrid's sudden death shocked the castle into mute horror, and Simona was quietly whisked away to the king's chambers. She was now the king's only lover, a low-born nobody with the power to rule nations. The guards whispered of Queen Astrid's body, how she died with her own nails lodged in her throat, the flesh torn, gone abruptly and thoroughly mad, her blood seeping through the keep tower's floor. Simona came to me early one morning when it was still dark, inconsolably upset and without a light. "The book is cursed," she whispered to me in the darkness, her face wet with tears. "Elise, you don't understand. I was trapped in Elsinore forever. For 1,000 years or more. Holy shit! I saw every outcome I could, every possible version of this world, and it was all rotten. What could I do, Elise? What could I do? The book made me choose, and I chose to let Astrid rot with it all, so I could rule." She kissed me goodbye and pressed a coin into my hand. "I cannot hide from God," she said, "but I cannot stay in Elsinore. Tell no one where I went. Promise me, Elise." And here I am breaking that promise. I know Simona lives. What happened that insane week all those years ago? What will become of little Ophelia and Laertes and my beloved husband I left behind? I will go to my grave not knowing. Should my family ever read this, know this: I lived a far luckier life than any woman of my station ought to have enjoyed. But the luckiest thing in my world was always you. Very sweet. Also, holy shit. What book? Quince? What book? Simona was trapped in time just like me. She's been through this before. She must know the way out of it all. And if this is right, she's still alive. I guess she might still be alive, yeah. But where? Where is she? This is incredible. If this is true, I've got to find Simona and speak to her. Sounds like she's living in town nearby. What? Did you get that? I didn't get that. Thank you, Ophelia. I didn't get that. Ophelia acquires the information Simona lives. Ophelia now believes that Simona is alive. Ophelia learns more about Queen Astrid's memory. Is there more stuff here? Okay, then leave there. Hamlet, you're just hanging out now? What time is it? It's... Oh, that's part of Hamlet opening the shack, I guess. Okay, it's Sunday. It's 8 in the morning. Let's go to town and see if there's anything there. Fuck. Ophelia's current event is interrupted by a sudden interlude. That's the Herald's horn. It's likely Hamlet calling me to make an announcement. I should go. Okay,
Listen.
yes. Friends, family, a word, if I may. Some of you have offered invaluable advice to me over the last few days. For your assistance, I hold you dearly in my hearts and highly in my regard. Some of the best advice I received was of matters concerning the heart.
My love.
I love Ophelia. I've loved her since we were children. Hamlet, this is very sweet, but I really wanted to be in town. Now she's agreed to take my hand and become my wife, and someday your queen.
Oh.
This was just before I exiled her family. That's wonderful news, Hamlet. Congrats to the both of you. So they managed to reconcile after all. I suppose that's for the best.
What is it?
Oh. Are you alright? Yes, fine. I can already feel something pulling me. This world won't last. It seems as though when things become quiet, the timeline comes to an end. Oh, wow. Okay, so I thought there was going to have to be some kind of contrived bloody end in order to keep the time loop going, but if things get too violent, then the timeline comes to an end, and if things get too quiet, then the timeline comes to an end. Everyone will prepare a magnificent ceremony for 7 days hence, and when we are wed, peace will finally come to Denmark, now and forevermore. Here it comes. Forced back to the past. Cool beans. All right, I'm gonna stop here just because it's 4. That was a long run, but couple things that I need to do next time. Yeah, I'll wait for tomorrow. But tomorrow, first thing, Thursday morning, we go and see Quince's special play. Also, maybe we can ask him about Simona, because what the hell. Then we go to town and see if we can find Simona, because what the hell. And then, what's the deal with Lady Brit? Like, is she still there? What does Quince mean that, like, that's been taken care of? That, just mechanically, I'm curious what that means. So, cool. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Rad. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here. This was a ton of fun. I like playing through this with the chat. It really adds a dimension. I feel like I'm making progress. This game is supposed to be 10-ish hours long, which means that I could finish it on Wednesday, maybe. So let's see where we get tomorrow. But I do feel like I'm pushing on some of the, like, meta-narrative of what exactly are the victory conditions and what the hell is going on here, which is good. Like, I think that's going to take me towards the end. Cool. All right. Well, have a great day, everyone. Tonight is mostly walking, so get back in for that. It should be fun. We're going to try to finish Quest for Glory, which I have a reasonably good feeling about. I think that we can maybe just about do that. And then tomorrow afternoon I'll play more Elsinore. Should be fun. So have a good day. Stay safe. Bye.